Hi, it's Debbie from Creatively Yours and welcome to my 53rd flosstube video. It's Tuesday the 17th of March and it's my day off, and I thought I would come back to film my update. As I told you in the last video, I had a bit of a hectic time. It still is. I wanted to explain a little bit because I don't think you can understand otherwise. It's hectic because our company decided to move to another city, and that means if I go to work now, I have to bike 10 minutes to work, and from next week or the week after I will have to use public transportation, and it costs me an hour to get to work. So it's a bit hectic to arrange everything, and I think I have arranged everything. I rescheduled my my hours, and I can drive with my partner, who is literally 10 minutes away from my new location. So he can drop me off, pick me up, and yeah, I think that's great, because that means I don't have an hour to go to work. So it's a bit hectic, and other than that, we have the coronavirus. I make fun of it because that's my way of coping. I make fun of the people who are hoarding toilet paper, but that's my way of coping. I have some chronic illnesses, and if I catch corona, it will be dangerous. So I don't want to panic. I don't want to be anxious about it, but sometimes I do, and my way of coping with my anxiety about that is to make fun of things. Humor is the best coping mechanism. So I hope you're not offended when I say some things or post things on the internet, on Facebook or Instagram, and yeah, it's not meant to be offending, and it's just me trying to take things lightly, although they aren't taken lightly, because it's a serious thing right now. So that's just a bit of a life update. I just wanted to explain myself from the last video, because I was a bit all over the place, and yeah, I had a lot of brain foggy moments, and yeah, it wasn't my best video ever, so I'm sorry about that. This is the reason why, so I hope you understand. So on to the fun part of the video, and that's stitching, of course. I am in 2 groups as of now. I am in the WIPGO group on Facebook, and I am in the 24 hours of cross stitch group on Facebook. The 24 hours of cross stitch I decided to take a break from, because all of the things that are happening right now, I just wanted to stitch on whatever I want, and don't want to count and be challenged. I think I'm facing challenges enough. So I only focus on the WIPGO pieces and stitch next to that on whatever I want to stitch on. So let's talk about the WIPGO pieces. For this month, the numbers 18 and 24 were drawn, and the number 18 was a restart for me. That was Snow Queen by Mirabilia. That's this one. It's a gorgeous one. I started it in, I think, 2017 for my birthday in October, but the fabric was a witched permanent stiff fabric, and I didn't like it at all, so I started it over for my WIPGO piece, and I'm going to show you what I did. let's see, I have a board with me right now so I can show you properly. If I can manage. This is what I did. I did a total of 1049 stitches. That's the only thing I counted because I set myself a goal of 1000 stitches. So yeah, it's a big restart. This fabric is a 28 count Jobelan, which I hand dyed with emerald. And yeah, I think it's gorgeous. And yeah, I think it's a great restart. And I really enjoyed it. So it's going to be back next month. That's the first WIPGO piece. The second WIPGO piece is in my Q-snap because I'm working on it right now. I finished my goal for the first half of the month, and the second half is number 24, which you've seen before. It's December in the Netherlands by Twin Peak Primitives, which was a special release for Dutch Mania, the first Dutch Mania here in the Netherlands. And yeah, I started a stitch along together with Diane X Stitcher on Instagram, and some of you joined, which was very fun to see. Diane already finished it. I don't know where I get the time to finish it, but hers is beautiful. So if you would like to see it, just search the hashtag DutchManiaSal on Instagram and you will find hers already finished. And let's take a little bit off of the Q-snap because then you can see a little bit better. This is what I have so far. I finished the biggest part of the house here and the part in between, other than I need to fill in this part. I finished the very gorgeous pink part and I finished a little helper of Sinterklaas, and I am working my way up the border. So yeah, my goal is to finish it. I am not going to finish it this month, but my goal is to finish it by the 5th of December, because then it's Sinterklaas in the Netherlands and I want to have it finished by then. So that's the reason why it's on my WIPGO board for multiple times. So yeah, that's December in the Netherlands. Then I have my other pieces I worked on this month, but first I'm going to take a sip of coffee because I have a bit of a cough. I am still contemplating on calling my job and my manager to explain I am at risk. My company doesn't, as of yet, they are working on it, provide working from home. They are working on it, so in the near future it will be possible, but for now it isn't, and so I have to get into work tomorrow. So, but I have a bit of a cough and I have, how do you call this? I don't have trouble breathing, but I feel a little bit, well, I can't explain. So I just I can't seem to get out of my words. I don't feel optimal to do my job, but I have to. So I am contemplating on calling my manager to explain and to ask her for advice. What should I do? Should I stay home or should I just come in and see what happens? So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. Oh, and as of in 2 weeks we will be moving my company, and because I had to reschedule my schedule, I don't have my day off anymore on the Tuesday, but I have it on the Friday. So my next video will be in 2.5 weeks instead of 2 weeks, if I can. I am not guaranteeing my video will be there in 2.5 weeks, because that all depends on how things are evolving. So we will see, but I am aiming for it. So okay, back to the stitching. I was watching Jemima, the rocking stitcher, and she was showing her project I owned for a very long time, and it's a very old whip for me, but I haven't worked on it for a very long time. So I was enabled by her to stitch on it again, because it's a lovely stitch. So it's Night Fairy by Lanarte, Maria van Scharrenburg, which is the designer for Lanarte, which is an out of print pattern, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. I worked on it for a little bit. I did quite a lot. I will show you. And if you hear noises, my house is full. My son is home from school. The son of my boyfriend is home from school because they aren't allowed in school. And my boyfriend is home working, so it's a full house. This is what I did on Night Fairy. I filled this entire part and made my start on, I believe this is the start on the moon or the sun. Moon. It's a moon. So yeah, I really enjoy this, and yeah, I can't wait to get back to this one. This is a very nice fabric to work with. We both, Jemima and I, are not sure what kind of fabric this is. We are on a quest to find out. I think I will contact Lanarte about this, because it's a very nice fabric to work with. It's very soft but sturdy. So yeah, this is what I have. That's Night Fairy. Then, because all my flosses came in last time, or the last part of my flosses came in, I worked on Smith Sampler by the Scarlett House. I couldn't stay away from it, so, and I did a lot. I worked my way onto further up the border, and I filled in some parts of the border. Look at those colors, those are gorgeous, and I can't wait to get back to this one. It's beautiful. I'm planning to fill in the border further until I reach the end, so I am sure I have enough fabric on the sides, because I'm that way. So I will work my way up to the border until the end, and then I will work my way down and take the border with me when I go down. So, but I think it's gorgeous. The fabric is 40 count Stormy Clouds, Stormy Shadows, I'm not sure, by XJudesign, and yeah, really like this. And my next part is one you will see every week or every 2 weeks, because I work on it every Saturday. It's my favorite lady, and it's Touching the Autumn Sky by Mirabilia. This is my working copy, my working photo. So the original pattern is in my box, waiting to be given back to Nolene, because I loaned it from her. Then I will show you how far I've gotten. I've done quite a bit. And there goes my needle again. It's every time when I show this pattern, but that's okay. let's see if I can hold this. I worked on this part of the skirt and part of the swing. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I filled in the bottom part of the, I think it's a lacy part, or petticoat beneath the skirt, and I filled in this entire part. And I can't wait to, let's see if I can show you like this. I can't wait to get back to this one next Saturday. I really like it. It's a very fun stitch, but I'm sorry it's out of print. So the fabric is a 28 count Jobelan, which I hand dyed with Bahama Blue. And it's a bit mottled and it's looking like a sky. So really like it. And then my last piece was the piece I forgot about last video. On the 29th of February, Erin 2 Martini Stitcher hosted a Leap Day stitch along for long dog samplers, and because I have already 2 long dog samplers in my WIP or work in progress pile, I couldn't start another long dog samplers, so I decided to make it a Leap Day sell and just start a bigger project, and you give yourself 4 years to finish it. My start for the Leap Day sale was Red Apples and Peonies by Luca-S Designs, and yeah, I forgot to show you last time my start on this one. And it's not a very big start because it has a lot of confetti on the part where I started. I started in the middle on the fabric which the kit provides. It's a 20 count Balana, which is very nice to work with, and this is my start on it. I think it's going to be gorgeous, but I think there are at least 20 colors in this tiny part, so it's, yeah, it's confetti heavy, but I'm hoping I will get to a less confetti heavy part. So I saw my stitching live on Instagram was starting the same one for Leap Day sale, and she had done quite a lot more. It's gorgeous. So yeah, this is my meager start on Leap Day sale, and I will be working on this one every 29th of the month and hope to finish it in 4 years. So those were my WIPs, and then I thought I was done filming my WIP updates, but I had another new start because my niece Naomi, if you are watching, Naomi, please turn around or cover your eyes because you are not allowed to watch this. She was here for my son's birthday, Pascal, and she saw my stitched pieces and loved them and said, I want something you stitched on my wall for my birthday, which is in January. So I have a lot of time on my hands. So I decided to look up on Etsy for quirky, fun, humoristic designs, and we in my family have a lot of bathroom humor, so to stay with the theme of this video I decided to do this one. Home is where you poop with the doors open. I thought it was very fun. I had to laugh out loud when I saw this one, so I bought this from, let's see what I love for cross stitch on Etsy. Love and the number 4 cross stitch is the company, and yeah, bought the PDF and started right away. So I'm going to show you what I have done last Sunday, and I need to put my board behind it because it's on black fabric this time. This is what I've done so far. I started in the middle of the wreath on the top on black 18 count Ada, and yeah, I thought it was a very fun design. Let's take it up there. Yeah, I really like this, and I think she will laugh when I give this to her in January. And yeah, I thought it was fitting with all the hoarding of toilet paper, so and it suits her and our humor. So this is what I started last Sunday. Okay, that's it. Bye. I don't have very much to tell you. I have my plans, which I will show you. In my first video, I showed you this one. I don't know the English name for this one, but I made a couple of small pieces stitched, but that isn't my taste anymore. So what I'm planning to do is I'm kitting up the smaller pieces on this Prairie Schooler Autumn Leaves. The very small pieces in the bottom, I am going to stitch them up and place them here and here and here, and the bigger parts I'm not sure yet. I will paint this, and I think it's going to be a wonderful display for Halloween. I'm not sure if this is going to be this Halloween or next Halloween, but I think it's a plan. So this is what I'm planning. So, and I'm planning on, because of everything that's happening, on kitting up some other projects like the Friendship Sampler by Jenny Bean Friendship Sampler by I'm not sure, Teresa Finette, I think. I am not sure of her company anymore. I will show you when I kitted it up. I'm planning on kitting up The English Garden by Not Forgotten Farm. Samplers Not Forgotten. Excuse my brain foggy part. Latest part of my video is my haul, and the first one is toilet paper. I'm sorry, that's my way of making fun of it. Never mind. No, I had another surprise. I bought myself a Samsung Tab A only for Pattern Keeper. I had an old Android tablet, but it was always plugged in because my battery died. So I was a bit scared if I would use Pattern Keeper on that. I would lose my progress because it wouldn't start up anymore. So I decided to need a Samsung Tab A 10-inch so I can properly work on Pattern Keeper. So that was my haul, and that's it for this entire video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it's not too discombobulated because I'm here, but I have a lot of my words. I have a lot of things on my mind. So yeah, I hope you will be back next time I will post a video. If you like this video, I would love you to like it and subscribe if you haven't. If you already did, I will thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm very grateful for that. In the meantime, I hope everyone is well and taking care of themselves and their family and friends. Yeah, it's a weird place right now. So, yeah, I hope everyone is well and taking care of themselves. And I will be thinking of everyone. Yeah, I will see you in hopefully 2.5 weeks. And yeah, Until then, take care. Bye.